Hey, it's Ridge Runner again. Just wanted a quick video. My Lee 7mm backcountry die set. You have your sizing die. You got your expanding die, which is a universal expander. Already got a 7mm crimp die. And then you get your uh, bullet seating die. And it's a micrometer bullet seating die. It don't click, but it's a micrometer. It's like each line is 1/1000th of an inch. And I've figured out I use the Hornady one shot on all my brass because it's so much faster, simpler, and easier than using. Let me get this. Oops, sorry about that. Than it is to use the Lee. But I do have the Lee. I used to use it when I started reloading. But this, you just get some on your finger and you rub it around the shell case all the way up and then around the neck. Take a Q-tip and put some down in there and spin it around. That's what I've always done to brass until I got the Hornady. And I've had good luck with the Hornady, not degrading, not affecting my loads or nothing, so I just continued using it. And I've had that tube, I believe, for a couple of years, I reckon. And I found out with the 7mm backcountry, see, it's already been deprimed, steel cases. I sprayed them with a Hornady, and I'll show you on this one. Now, I've done these with a Lee. That's what I'm going to use on the steel cases. And I'll tell you the reason in a minute. Now, this is how you do it with a Lee lube. You push it in. It's all the way up one time. I don't know if you heard it rub on the way back out, but as you can see, it's scuffed up a little bit. So it's sized. And with the Hornady, when I sprayed them with a Hornady, I did 3 of them with a Hornady. They would go, I'll show you with this one. They would get to about right there, and it'd be really, really hard, and I'd have to pull it back out and then push it back in again. You know, I'd have to do this and then spray it some more and then push it and go back in again. But if you use the Lee lube, I found it goes in the first time a lot easier. Now, and even in the directions from Lee, it tells you that you might have to halfway in and pull it back out, but you get the load data with it. It tells you how to set up your dies. Lee, I have used Lee dies forever. I've got some friends and family that's used RCBS and a bunch of others. It used to be RCBS hardcore, and I started buying the Lee dies and using them, and they're the best die set for your money, in my opinion. You get, like with this one, they gave me, this is actually all made one piece. It's not separate. On my 6.5 PRC dies, this is separate. You can screw it on and take it off for the micrometer part. This is all made one die. And then you get the expanding die with a 7mm and the sizing die. And you get your shell holder that you put in to put your shell cases in. And now this one didn't come with a factory crimp die, but I've had them. The reason I'm using a factory crimp die is because the expander. This one's been done. Let me get a bullet. Sorry, I should have had all this out and set up for you. Now I thought about showing you how to run it through the die set, but these are sized, and it'll sit there, but they're afraid you might, eat some brass off when it's going in. But once it's been sized and you run it through the expander, it fits down in there a lot tighter. See that? It don't wiggle around at all. Or if you stick it down in this one, you can see it wiggles back and forth. But after it's been put the expander, it don't wiggle back and forth. I mean, you can make it, but if you just take it, set it in there, it don't do that. But on one that hadn't been expanded, it does, because it's so tight. And the expander just barely does the edge right here. And but I'm not loading these, I'm just doing the brass. Just wanted to show you how it's a little more effort to push. If you think one time through ain't enough, then you can always just run it back through and pull it back out. But that's how you using the lead eyes to size. And then you know everybody knows how to use a bullet seeder. And this, it comes with two. It comes with this big fat, and that's for bigger calibers. And then you got a smaller, skinny one in there. It looks just like this right here. Comes down to a sharper point, a little smaller down here. And you put it in there, and then you put that in and adjust it. And it tells you how in the instructions. Turn it a half a turn, and that's all I did. And perfect. I mean, but anyway, just wanted to show you how the Lee 7mm backcountry die set works, and we'll load these up here later on and try them out at the range. Ridge Runner out. Y'all have a good day.